What's up, y'all? It's Miss Panda, and I want to do a reaction to WestIndie Collection. She moved her and her kids into a new apartment, and it seems like she already out here begging for help for the rent money. Hit that thumbs up and share my videos, and please leave a comment. So let's get started on today's video because we got to get into what does she do with her money. We need to figure that out. Let's get started.
You guys would love to support by sending something to like my Amazon, we'll send it something like through my Amazon wish list. That would be great to help your girl get on her feet and just on the path of stability and not having to worry about certain things. If I could get help, someone could just take that off of me, like that load off of me, just to be on the right track in the right direction. If not, then obviously it'll just probably take your girl maybe some time to just actually get every single thing and really make this feel like a home.
Well, first of all, I want to know what I get. There's nothing wrong with requesting help, but it's like she's always begging, like all the time, and it's like we all have bills to pay. Money is tight for everybody because everything is expensive. The cost of gas done went up, food done tripled in price, and it's like, why should we have to foot the bill for the things that you did? You said that you was a hustler. You said that you was a go-getter. So what's going on here? I don't understand. I'm not understanding where her money is. Let me show you something. Hold on one second. Now this says, "Good morning. If anyone can help me with paying my first month rent, that will be great. I understand people got bills / rent to pay as well. It's okay. This is for those they may have it," in her words, this is how she talks. "This is for those they may have it and would like to help me and my young boys. From homeless to stability. We just moved into our new apartment and everything happened so ... dot. You know what I mean? But my thing is, she's focused on a lot of the wrong things. Like, for an example, she keeps mentioning that she's looking for a relationship. She's not in a place financially or mentally right now to be in a relationship, if that makes sense. She just needs to just stay focused on trying to get herself stable and together. Even if she needs to get another job or, something of that nature. You know what I mean? Instead of just begging people for their money. Like, that's a turn off. Like, you want to support, but then it's like every time you turn around, she's always asking for something. Like, it's like you don't give nobody a chance to offer you anything. That's all I wanted to say about that.
I kind of made this my spot to like probably just record in the meantime. And so I could actually get like some, furniture. But yeah, so as far as my coworker, I just want to say, like, I'm very thankful. Like, I done hugged her out. Like, not saying I was about to like cry, but I really felt like really thankful that she has allowed me into her home, me and my boys. And it was like a smooth ride living with her, as far as like really no really big problems. But obviously, like, I was ready to go, because when you just live with other people, people just kind of treat you or kind of act ways, when you're in their home. It's like them like over you because you're in their home. If you get it, you get it. So it's always good just to have your own. And and there was like twice she had like 2 talks with me as an adult, like respectable conversation, but nothing like, too super big or anything. But I did it. Like, she did not kick us out, so I'm thankful for that. Like, people in the past who did me, my kids dirty, like,
I think it's good that she was able to have a coworker to be able to be a support system, because it takes a village sometimes. But you just don't want to be so quick to just beg. Some things I feel like she has to learn to do on her own, as far as like working and saving her money. I understand it's hard out here for everybody, but sometimes you got to understand that people just don't have it all the time. They don't have it. So she needs to count her blessings that she had somebody that felt sorry for her enough to allow her into her home. She didn't have to do that, because a lot of coworkers, they won't even give you a ride to the bus stop. So that was nice of her. That's somebody you want in your corner, but you don't want them in your corner to the point where you just run them into the ground. That's what I mean.
People are just mean and just not the right people in your life. And those are people who, just looking back, because I've been thinking about things, like, those are just not real people I want to have in my life anyway. Like, those are not genuine people. Those are not people that have my best interests at heart. They're just, people just think they just treat you how they treat you, and so be it. But I'm just glad, like, she actually, you know, helped us through this process. And a lot of people was like, give her something, or act like don't. Or I read a comment that said, I'm probably gonna post it on here, saying don't bite the hand that feeds you. First of all, I would never do that. I'm a very humble and thankful person, and it wasn't like she did everything just for me. I did a lot of great things for her and her.
Well, you ought to. You was staying in her house and you was earning your keep. Like when you stand with somebody, of course you have to contribute to the household's expenses. Like maybe put something, maybe give her something, for rent for staying there. Maybe not the full rent, but just, give her something. Maybe give her something towards the light bill or the water bill. Maybe put something, towards food, or, help her with her kids. Help clean up around the house. Those are things that you're supposed to do. You don't get a pat on the back for that. You were supposed to do that. She was helping you, you know? And she didn't have to do that. So that's the very least you could have done. I don't understand why she feels like somebody's supposed to sit up there and jump up and down for joy because she did things for her too. You were supposed to do that. That's why she probably let you stay there as long as she did. Because if you wasn't contributing anything or helping her with nothing, I'm quite sure she probably would have got you up out of there a little bit sooner than that. And you know that, and I know that, and we all know that, child. Okay? We know that.
Family as well. And I feel like we both like looked out for each other, but I definitely did things for her and her children. So it's not like it was all her just helping me and that was just it. And there was another thing about the food, because I probably did say something, but I was just speaking on as far as like what it's like living with other people, what that can feel like. And it wasn't her necessarily, it was like one of her sons. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's like his personality or what, but I just felt like he was on like some certain things or whatever, like, like certain like things, how he would like act and stuff.
So basically, she was saying that the co-worker's son was being bossy and being mean to Thomas, which we all know that Thomas is her oldest son. And sometimes baby, that's how she talks. I mean, she has a funny style way that she talk. This is not me, this her. So basically, let's back this up. I'm trying to make sense of it. Just play along. Just play along. Being bossy, mean to Thomas, sometimes baby yelling at Thomas. I don't really know that the second part kind of confused me a little bit, but I guess long story short, I guess she felt like they was bossing her son around. But I don't know if y'all remember, in an interview that she did with Marcus from Atlanta Street Interviews, she also stated that when she was staying with a lesbian couple, that allowed her to stay with them after she had got evicted from her previous apartment, the one, apartment before she moved into this one. And before she was living in the shelter, she was staying with a lesbian couple, and she stated that one of the ladies was being bossy towards Thomas and yelling at him as well. I'm not trying to be funny, and Marcus even told her this, and I know a lot of people don't like Marcus, and me personally, I don't care too much for him either. I mean, I don't know him personally, but certain things he do, I already stated that I didn't really care too much for him or whatever. But that doesn't mean that just because you dislike somebody, some of the things that someone does, it does not mean that he wasn't correct in stating that she's not firm enough. And I agree with that. She's not firm enough with her oldest son. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm aware that she did also state that her oldest son does have some behavioral issues. But to me, he seems very coherent and he seems quite smart to me. So I feel like he might have like autism or whatever the case is. She didn't specifically say that, but he has some behavioral issues, but I don't feel like she's stern enough with him. The way that she interacts with him, it's not like a mother-son relationship. It's more like a big sister, little brother relationship to me. Kind of like she's like his friend or like his older sister. That's what it looks like to me. And so, with that being said, I know you probably like, well, Miss Panda, why you bringing that up and why you saying that? I'm explaining. It's because I think that's the reason why he acts out, because she has to teach him how to carry himself when he goes into other places around other people, whether it's to the grocery store, whether she's taking them out to eat somewhere, or whether they're in somebody's house to visit or to stay with them, or whatever the case is, or even in their own house. She has to establish some type of structure in her house, a bedtime, and stop being so soft, stop being so gentle. No one to be firm, no one to be gentle, and give him a bed hour. And then another thing too, she also puts a lot of responsibilities on Thomas too. Like a lot of times, like when she be doing her interviews or she's doing things, she has Thomas watching the little baby. So she got to take some responsibility for some of the things that Thomas does also. She can't blame it all on him because he's still a child.
Of like, but it wasn't like she was hiding like really food or nothing like that. It was just a little thing, me just running my mouth, just chit chat and venting to you guys. But don't take that to the extreme, like, no, because everything is good, like, and I made it through, like, so I appreciate her for helping me and not kicking us out. And that's another thing, we didn't even stay with her for super long. Like I've seen hate comments like, oh, she's not gonna last long, as if like me and my kids are like bad people, like we don't, like, everybody, if you're a real mother, will know how kids can be and stuff, and not everybody can handle that or take that, so they'll probably judge you or not want your kids around no more. But we're not like bad people, like, and if you know me, especially from being in my home, or if you seem like, I know a lot of you guys are new, but from my previous videos and vlogs that I would post when it came to cleaning and stuff, when I lived in my other apartment, that was like something like I enjoyed doing. Like, I'm a clean person. It's just, this is what it's like dealing with kids. So it's like people are acting like me and my kids are like some creeps or something, like on social media. But but I'm not letting that get.
I don't think that's what people have an issue with her with. I think they have an issue with the fact that she don't really discipline her kids the way that she's supposed to. She's not like really firm enough, like especially with the oldest. She's really not. I don't think that she can really handle him for real. That's why Marcus from Atlanta Street Interviews was telling her that maybe she should allow the father to be in his life, and she doesn't really think that that's a good idea. She knows more about the situation than I guess we would, because we only know the information that was given to us. But he probably needs some type of positive male role model around him or whatever, because her alone, especially like if she can't handle him at the age that he is now, she's not going to be able to handle him when he's a teenager. That's what I'm saying. So let's continue. Okay, so she's saying that, and it's not that my son is bad, needs to not be disrespectful, but other than that, he just being a kid. Okay, so that's what she's dismissing this as, him just being a kid when he's being disrespectful. And that's not how this goes. You have to set the tone as the parent. You can't just say, oh, well, he's just being a kid, and expect for people to be okay with that when you're staying in their house. They're not going to tolerate that, and they're going to want you to leave sooner, or not want you around, or not want to help you. You got to get a handle on him, or get him some type of help or whatever, if you can't handle him by yourself. Because he's only going to get bigger, and he's going to get older, and you're not going to be able to do nothing with him if you can't do nothing with him now, like I said. That's all.
Say smart things, trying to make it just seem like something it's not. So that's why I'm not paying no like mind to it, because it's not true. Like, not true at all. The only thing is, because it's not true. Like, not true at all. The only thing is, it's just me and my kids were just homeless. That's the only thing. And because I'm posting like for, reaching out for help, I'm getting a lot of hate.
I'm not understanding. Where are their fathers? Why do a lot of these mothers, and I'm not just talking about WestIndie Mami, I'm talking about like my Jazzy Life does this, Nika does this. Like, I don't understand like why they feel like they could just come on to social media and make, come up and beg people on social media for the things that they should be asking the fathers for. I'm not understanding why the fathers are not being held accountable. I don't feel like they're doing everything that they possibly could to get extra money. I feel like it's almost like it's like a scheme almost, or I don't want to say a scam, but like it's like a scheme. It's like, all right, let me just come up there and tell them what my bills are, how much this costs, how much that costs, instead of trying to do Instacart, instead of, and then the thing about it is, it's like every time you have a solution, they have an attitude or they come up with an excuse as to why they can't get a part-time job, why they don't have a side hustle, or why they can't, put their child in daycare, or, it's like they use the kids as an excuse, that like they use the kids as chess pieces, as the reason as to why they can't do something, so they can seem helpless and downtrodden, so that people can just feel sorry for them and just send them money. And then when you present that to them, they get an attitude. Like, it's really a shame. It really is.
At the same time. So I just want to clear that air because it's not true. Like, not true at all. The only thing is, it's just me and my kids were just homeless. That's the only thing. And because I'm posting like for, reaching out for help, I'm getting a lot of hate at the same time. So I just want to clear that air. Another thing is, hey, you need help? Here. Got some apples and cinnamon oatmeal. So another thing is, so I do have an Amazon, move baby. Another thing is, I do have an Amazon wish list, you guys. I'm gonna link it underneath this video in the description box. In the description.
And that's another thing too. There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with helping people, but fair exchange ain't never robbery. Okay? What I mean by fair exchange ain't robbery is the fact that here she go, like it's the thing about it is it's almost like it's like a game to them. It's like a hustle to them, and it's like they have this sense of entitlement where they feel like they don't have to put forth any extra effort for anything. And it's like, oh, well, I have this and I have that. I'll just go up there and just beg my supporters. They'll butter you up and give you this cute little nickname like a Westie Besties. And then next thing you know, they just start begging you for money. My thing is, why not offer something? Like, instead of just having like a wish list, why not sell like maybe some products? And I'm not talking about selling no cat neither. Y'all need to get your minds out the gutter. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like maybe some products so that you can earn the money instead of just coming up here begging. You know what I mean? That's what I mean when I say that. Like, it's to the point where they don't have any shame about it anymore. It's just like they feel like they have the right to just come up here and just beg. That's what they're using this platform for, to just beg. That's what I'm talking about.
Box. There is some things I did already kind of got, but some things I'll probably keep and then probably like remove. But I really just need, like, of course I can stock up on like certain things. Of course I can use like dishes and stuff. Right now I don't have any of that. And like furniture type.
She can't go to Walmart and get her some dishes? Listen, like, we being transparent. I feel like I could be transparent with my people. Have I gone to the Dollar Tree and got me some cute plates? I sure have. Have I gone to the Dollar Tree and got me some cute bowls? I sure did. Does all of my plates come from the Dollar Tree? Absolutely not. Does some of them come from there? Yes. Did I have the money to go somewhere else? Yes. But if I wanted to spend my money on the Dollar Tree because I saw something that I thought was cute, then that's what I did. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do until you get to where you need to be. And there's no shame. If her money is funny, I'm quite sure you can scrape together $20. It's just you, your baby, and your oldest son. Go to the Dollar Tree and go get you some plates. They even have forks. I'm talking about the silver forks, the little teaspoons, silver ones, and the little tablespoons. They have measuring cups. Okay? The cups and the actual cups. They have all kinds of different kitchen gadgets and spatulas and cooking spoons and slotted spoons and serving spoons and anything that you can need for a house, you can find in the Dollar Tree. Knock it off. Y'all not resourceful. Okay? You could even go to the Goodwill. Yes, I did say you could go to the Goodwill. There's nothing to be ashamed of. They got to learn how to save their money and budget a little bit better. She strikes me as the type of person to take her money and do what she want to do with it. And it's called poor balling. Okay? And you ain't really got no money like that, but you spend money to make it look like you got money. And then when your money ran out, you go somewhere and you beg for what you need. So you buy what you want and beg for what you need. She's that type. And if she ain't careful, she gonna be homeless again because she's already starting off wrong. Already.
Stuff for like storage type stuff, like, to actually put clothes and stuff in. Not these bins I'm about to probably show you guys, but just stuff that, whatever. Or you guys could just surprise me.
Or you guys could just surprise me. You can't go to Walmart and get you some bins and containers? They're not that expensive. I've seen her. She spent more money than that on that camping trip. She spent more money than that taking her and her boys out to eat. Not to be saying there's anything wrong with that, but she probably could have cooked a meal. She can't go to Walmart. She can't go to Target. Like, come on now. She can't order no containers off Amazon herself. It's not that expensive. Like, somebody got to surprise you. Why don't you surprise us with a giveaway? Why don't you? You up here begging people for stuff. And then that's the thing about them. Y'all don't notice that? They always want to beg y'all or beg people for money, but then they don't want to give y'all nothing. Surprise her. Why don't she surprise us? Who she thinks she is?
I love surprises, you guys. So you guys can do that too.
So do we. We like surprises too. Just like she did.
And I would just highly appreciate it. I'm sure my kids, they will appreciate it as well. Okay. So another thing, relationship update. So it has now been 2 weeks and some days now that I haven't talked, obviously, to my ex.
Girl, bye. That relationship is over. That man is over you. He is over it. He is done. They don't stuck a fork in it. The fat lady don't sung. It is it. That's all. It's a wrap. That dude do not want you no more. He went and moved. You should have saw the handwriting on the wall. I saw the handwriting on the wall when he went and got a place. And he didn't even offer to allow, knowing that she still was in a situation of homelessness. That you could tell how much a man care about you by the way he treats you. Okay? The fact that he didn't even offer, even if it was temporary, he could have laid out the ground rules. Hey, listen, I understand. I got this place, right? And I realize that you and your kids is homeless right now, as like I was. You know what? I'm extending the olive branch. You can come stay with me for a little bit. But he probably ain't really low key. Let's sidebar for a second. He probably really ain't want her to come stay with him because he probably knew that if he probably felt that if he let her come in and stay with him, that he wasn't gonna be able to get her up out of there. But let's go back to what I was saying first. He could have just laid it out. Hey, you could just until you get you a place. You know what I'm saying? He got his place and he didn't want to be bothered with her no more. And not to mention, I don't feel that she was the only woman or only person that he was dealing with. Okay? Because he seemed a little sketchy and suspicious to me. That's why I said person and not woman. But that's his business. I ain't got nothing against it. But child, he seemed a little weird to me.
I'm not going to lie. Like, a lot of thoughts go through my head when I'm on this whole relationship topic. And I know you guys are probably going to be like, oh, here she go talking about being in a relationship. She should just focus on her home. True. But at the same time, it's like being who I am. Like, I love hard. And I'm already picky as is. And I feel like when I find someone that I really care about. Stop, Papa. When I find somebody I really care about and then it's like it doesn't work out. Like, it really starts to mess with me because it's like, I feel disappointed because, like, why? Why wasn't it successful? Why did I even meet this?
Not being funny, I understand that. Nobody wants to be alone and she's still young and she's a pretty young woman or whatever. But right now, it's not the time. And sometimes God has his reasons why he removes certain people. Because the guy, to me, really was not for her like that. You could tell by his actions that he really didn't care about her. My thing is, when a man really, truly, genuinely loves and cares about you, even if he only have $1, if he love you, trust and believe, he will keep 25 cents for himself. And he's going to spend 75 cents on you. If a man really care about you. And I've seen men that really, really, really go hard and care about women do stuff like that. Obviously with a bigger amount of money. But they'll take whatever it is, even if they work at McDonald's, and spend majority of that just making sure that their household is good. With whatever it is that they'll take on a second job if they have to. Make sure that their family is straight. Even though those are not his kids, he didn't care enough about like her like that. Like, even when they went out to eat, he didn't really seem interested in her like that for real. Like, he was just looking at everything, but he just didn't seem like he was interested in her kids either.
This person, and it didn't go in the right direction. Like, what was I doing? Was I wasting my time? Like, what was it? And like, I'm not gonna lie, like, there's times I still like, think of him and everything. Like, I haven't blocked his number. Neither of us had hit each other up. But it's like, I don't know if this is like just me just still healing, but at the same time, I like feel like, I do feel some type of way because yes, I put him out there, like, as far as like how he treated me and stuff. And
no, I think the icing on the cake was the fact that he found out. That's what she's not telling. She only tells the version of the story that she wants to tell people. Now, allegedly, she slept with another, and he found out about it. So that was why he just completely was like done with her. Okay? That's why. Now, that's allegedly, child.
People look at me like I just been used and everything, but I really always wanted like a real relationship, and it's just like, why can't I have that? And for some reason, it's like I'm a romance, or what is it called? Like, I believe like in love. That's what you guys want to call it. But when I be like single in these moments, it's like I really start to think like, wow, I would never find the right guy for me. Like, I'm not gonna find no one, like, because I cannot even think about, I can never like think about, I can never like think about who will be the right man for me, because it's like I'm already picky as is. And yes, there'd be a lot of guys that hit on me, but I don't be interested, like,
Just work on yourself, work on your finances, focus on your kids, and just focus on healing. The right man to come along. That shouldn't be your focus right now. God ain't gonna send you nobody right now because you got some things you need to work on. We all got things we need to work on, but you just now getting like kind of sort of like on your feet for real. Like, you just moved into your place. Just build yourself up a little bit. Somebody will come, but just ask God if it's from God. That's all. But don't worry about that right now. Worry about getting yourself together and getting your apartment decorated and situated the way you want to. Get your finances together, and that'll come later on. That will be all for now. Please drop down in the comment section and leave a comment and tell me what you think about WestIndie Mami begging her supporters for bill money as if we don't have our own bills. Thank you for hanging in there with me, and be blessed.